Hello and Assalamu alaikum. I'm Aman Faz Khan. Welcome back to another episode of DSG Talks. So today I have a very special, interesting and different topic for you guys. So Pakistan mein very few people are working on energy awareness, on creating a hype for the energy, for solar energy, for wind energy and so many other forms of renewable energy. But there's one organization that's Energy Update magazine, one of its own kind. It's a solar magazine, it's an energy magazine basically. And today I have the honor of having Ms. Halima with me, who is the head of corporate affairs and sustainability at Energy Update. Ms. Halima has worked for a couple of years for Energy Update as well as many other organizations working for sustainability and energy. So today we'll talk about energy educated Pakistan, of how there's a need for energy education in Pakistan and how it will result in a more greener future of Pakistan. So Halima, thank you for being here. How are you?
Thank you very much for having me here. I'm very well. Thank you.
So finally we got time to do this. It's an honor to have you here in Lahore after days.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So Halima, I was just telling the people that Pakistan has been one of those countries where the energy, I'd use the word the energy revolution from the archaic ways to the new ways is taking up some time. It's been some years, progress is happening, but it's taking some time. And there are very few organizations working for the awareness of it, who are talking about it. And Energy Update magazine is one of it. So I know it, but I don't think so many people watching will know about it. So I want to tell people something about yourself, something about Energy Update.
Okay, I'll be starting with my own self and then my journey in Energy Update and what Energy Update do. Well, my name is Halima Khan and I am with Energy Update from past 7 years, and cumulatively I'm in energy power sector from last 10 years. And I'm basically a project management professional, a graduate with my business administration, and my specialization with further specialization was with project management. But my skill set is with the corporate communication, the government affairs relations, and PR. So with Energy Update, I'm not an engineer, by the way, but I am with this sector and dealing with all the engineers who have lots and lots of knowledge about this sector.
Mm-hmm.
So Energy Update is a 17-year-old baby, and it's a teenager, by the way, and it's providing its publication and engaging all the stakeholders, at one place, and bringing everyone under one roof, whether it's public sector or private sector, and educating people, educating our youth, educating the private sector about the public policies and everything. And I believe Energy Update is doing a great job in this sector. Yes, and it's one of the prime magazine and the only pioneering magazine for the energy education.
Wonderful, wonderful. I have been following your work, and I'm always appreciative of the fact of how it's the only magazine. I suppose it's the only one who's working in this sector. So when we talk about energy education, so Pakistan I don't believe so. There are now some energy schools. There are now some engineering universities precisely focusing on it. But I believe that there's something which should start from the grassroots level, where it's happening. हम थोड़ा बहुत अपनी curriculum के books में पढ़ते हैं, but it's not much. So coming to the topic, how much do you believe that there's a need in Pakistan for an energy educated Pakistan?
Okay, so we have quite a dire need of having these education-related, energy-related education in Pakistan. And yes, you are right that we have very few institutes, but we are expanding. Actually, the problem with us is that we don't have lots of awareness about it. We don't market our academia with this energy sector.
Definitely.
But we have this need of having the linkage between academia and the market and the industry. The industry needs to have the professionals from the academic background, and they need to have their full-fledged knowledge about these things, the energy-related issues, and we are producing a lot of graduates from these energy institutes. For example, we have ESPK SNAST, we have UET, we have LUMS, we have different schools of energy education.
Yes.
And there are a few more engineering institutes who are providing these education, but they are not highlighted much, but they are doing a silent job and they are providing great service to the industry.
So that's something that अगर मैं you we both we are from the energy sector, so we understand that there's a need for it. But अगर मैं layman की बात करूँ, if I talk to a common Pakistani right now and I talk on the sense that okay, we need to talk about better energy choices, we need to talk about sustainable choices. तो हमारे पास एक सबसे important question आता है कि क्यों? It's already going on. We have made peace with load sheddings. We've made peace with high energy prices as well. So overall, ज़रूरत क्या है? So I think उसमें सबसे बड़ी एक चीज़ आ जाती है, that's climate change. Not many people are still not believing it, although it's happening. We're seeing it. I don't think so that I've ever seen such a cool June. We were just talking about it, how this was such a cold in Islamabad and here in Lahore as well. And it's alarming, although we're enjoying it, but it's alarming as it can go on the opposite side as well. So how do you believe that knowing about the right energy choices as well as daily life में हमारी जो sustainable choices है is going to affect climate change and is the need of the hour?
Very rightly said that this is very alarming. The climate change is very alarming, and here I would like to add that along with energy update, there is this National Forum for Environment and Health, and which is a sister concern company of Energy Update, and NFEH also deals with the climate change, climate adaptation, and different awareness campaigns also related to CSR activities, and we are doing a lot for the climate change as well, along with this energy industry. So I believe that we should have this education, this awareness and everything from the Montessori level in the schools, in the education system, and we have to indulge all these students to get on board, and we have to get them aware of what climate change is, what is all about, and from the start they should know that what they are doing and how to save energy, how to look after their own nature, how to look after their own land, how to do different corporate social responsibility and these activities. We are having these awareness campaigns for breast awareness, for environment, for pollution, and FEH also organizing the environment walk and cleanliness activity in Karachi as well as in Islamabad. Nice. We have a good forte here in Islamabad and Karachi, not specifically in Lahore, but in Karachi and Islamabad. So we have these plantation campaigns along with the different organizations. We collaborate with them, we collaborate with the government, we collaborate with the different ministries for this, and we are thankful that we are having the really great team at Ministry of Climate Change who are also endorsing all these activities.
Wonderful, wonderful. It's so great to know, Halima, that there are actually people who are working for the environment. However, this is something very superficial for a lot of people. They're like, okay, हो रही है climate change, देख लेंगे, कर लेंगे कुछ. But I'm glad to know that there's some people in Pakistan working for the betterment. So you mentioned how kids need to know this at like a early level, how
very
you are
grassroots level, they should be,
level, and you are doing all these campaigns with them. We also have a whole CSR activity by the name of DSG Green Eco Squad. So basically in this summer we are also expanding it in the form of summer internships for school students, in which they will be precisely working for the environment, plantation drives and all that. So ये एक चीज ऑर्गेनाइजेशन लेवल पे जो हम कर रहे हैं, CSR एक्टिविटीज के तौर पे कर रहे हैं, that's okay, that's definitely going to make a change. But since you know a lot about developments in the industry and all, so do you know that are there any developments in the curriculum happening? Is the government also thinking to add something into the curriculum regarding the energy, regarding climate, or is it just like the way हम solar wind की definition पढ़ रहे हैं in curriculum?
Okay, so in curriculum, what are you expecting from
at the school level? Yeah.
Okay, at the school level, there are these education for the awareness education, not in the curriculum, but overall they are giving this awareness for the students. But according to my knowledge, they haven't added anything. But they are giving this opportunity to the students to have a 5 marks, जो कि हमें बहुत ज़रूरत होती है, that every student should get 5 extra marks for planting a tree and taking care of that tree just like a baby, because trees are very important, very sensitive, just like newborns, and they are giving this opportunity to the students that they can plant a tree and they can grow the tree in their summer vacations, and after that they will bring a picture of their tree and all the process, so they'll get 5 extra marks, 10 extra marks, that depend on
that's great. I wish that was a thing in my time. So that's good to know that some development is happening, although if anyone from the pivotal position is hearing this, so I believe that there needs to be more done in this aspect. There needs to be a proper curriculum devised for the climate change that's happening, for how there needs to be more sustainable choices, how there need to be better energy choices. So Halima, when you talk about your energy expertise, you've been in the energy industry from quite a fair, and when we talk about ours, so we precisely focus on solar energy, and that too we have our main forte in the industrial sector. So how do you believe that the right energy choices is the way forward for the sustainable future of industries in Pakistan?
Okay, making the right choices, that's very important, and for every organization they need to not on the whole, I'm saying this on the whole of the industry, but for the organization perspective, I believe that every organization should have their complete survey, their knowledge about making the right choices about what they are going to do and how energy transition is going to happen. What is going to happen now these days, we can say a new buzzword is there as green hydrogen. We have to make the right choice about it, and we have to work according to that, and globally, internationally, we are going way ahead, but in Pakistan, what we are doing, we are just lacking behind. What we cannot blame government every time for that, but we have to make our own choices. We have to make the right choices, as you said, and we have to work on that, because implementation is lacking what in our industry, and we have to implement our ideas. We have amazing people, we have amazing ideas. You talk about the university students, they have like great projects and they can implement it, but the organizations need to tap on the right people for the right idea and right project.
Definitely. I definitely agree on that, and I'm just glad to see that there are actually some industries in Pakistan going for that change. Like, I really appreciate this. This is a very interesting campaign by Sapphire. They've gone solar with us with a 5 megawatt and more. Even there's some of their outlets as well. But I really like their tagline. It's little by little. So we added to that campaign as well, little by little, kilowatt by kilowatt. So it's something that you don't need to make big steps to make this change. A little goes a long way when it is just as small.
Just take baby steps for the energy transition, and it's going to work like wonders.
If it's the little step is just turning off a light while going out, it's definitely a right energy choice we're making, which is, I don't think so many people do that. Is महंगाई के दौर में भी. So very well said on the topic, Halima. So when we talk about climate change and energy update, so you mentioned few of the campaigns like these plantations and all, but do you guys have a special portion of that in your editorial or something? Is it one of the key focuses or something?
Yes, we do have newsletters, we do have our social media, we go for the awareness campaigns from organization to organization. We organize different events, different talks, different conferences for all these, and yes, we do have a portion for that in not exactly with energy update, with NFEH, in collaboration with NFEH. NFEH is a sister concern company of energy update. It is headed by the same owner. It is headed by the same office bearers, and it's done by the same people, but with a different name.
Wonderful. So you mentioned conferences and talks. So I think जब हम energy educated पाकिस्तान की बात करते हैं, so they are one of the game changers, as it just looks like something which is not something of very much importance, but I think it holds something that when people are coming, people are knowing that someone is talking about that. So are there any upcoming conferences by Energy Update or something?
Yes, there are a lot of conferences because we have a year planned with us, and there are lots and lots of conferences coming up. There is this Environment Day and Environment Excellence Awards and Conference that's going to happen in June. Then we have International Solar Energy Clean Energy Conference, which is going to happen on 13th of July. And then we have this oil and gas conference as well. We are talking about renewable. I shouldn't be mentioning it over here, but still, that's the
something you can't just close your eyes on that.
Yeah. So yes, we have this industry. We are also looking at it, and we are giving the awareness. And a few days back, one of our minister, he was also talking about talking in the oil and gas conference, that he was talking about renewables, and he was talking about shifting this to a renewable energy and having these byproducts along with the oil and gas, which is, I believe, a very optimistic approach and a very positive thing to do. That not specifically, we don't have to just ignore that area, but we have to work along with that.
Definitely. I think I would not discourage the progress on that there is a change happening, and the government has finally working on it. As we had the session with NEPRA as well, and our main focus on talking that what is the thing coming, how are we owning renewables now, and they mentioned the 600 megawatt project in Athar as well. So I think this is something which is happening. The government is finally looking onto it. So Halima, it's really good to know how Energy Update is doing something for the environment, for the energy sector of Pakistan, and we really appreciate all your efforts. So lastly, there's one question that I ask all of my guests, and it's since it's an energy talk. So how do you see the future of energy in Pakistan in upcoming 5 years?
Okay, so this is again, I would say a realistic and a non-realistic question. Where we are going to see energy sector in next 5 years. We have to work on the energy transition. We are facing a lot of challenges. We are facing these challenges on the basis of some policy issues. We are facing some on the implementation side, but we have to look at the optimistic. We have to have the optimistic approach, and for that we have to work on the energy transitions. And I believe we have a great talent in Pakistan.
Definitely.
And we have to educate, as you started in your talk, that we have to educate the people, we have to educate Pakistan, and we have to involve the academia with the industry. And if they are together, they can work like anything. And we have to like in every discussion, in every talk, we have to talk about retiring the old plants and putting them on the green hydrogen, having the, because green hydrogen is the new buzzword in the market, and we are working on it, and we are having a lot of studies, and we have to move towards it, to have a renewable, to have cheaper electricity, to have cheaper energy. We have to shift to the green hydrogen.
Definitely, I believe that's the way forward. So thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing more progress on the energy update part on a greener future of Pakistan. So thank you so much for being here, and for all the people watching, I think the conclusive line on that is that if you are someone who is in the position to educate someone, do so, whatever is the mean. It's publication, it's social media, it's peer-to-peer conversation. I think it's high time for Pakistan to make the right energy choices to move towards a brighter and a greener future of an energy educated Pakistan. So thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back with another episode very soon. Allah Hafiz.